Hi, and welcome to the Swissport podcast. I'm Maria, and in our very first episode, we're talking to Warwick Brady, our new president and CEO. We will talk about his roadmap for the company and specifically the core program. Hi, Warwick. It's a pleasure to speak with you today and to launch our new Swissport podcast with you.
Hi, Maria. It's great to be here. I've really enjoyed my first week, and we can go through sort of highlights shortly.
So how were your first weeks at Swissport?
Well, my plan was to meet as many people as I can and get as much feedback as I can. So what I've done is I've met sort of a number of people from across the world. Even today, I've done Mexico, I've done Kenya, I've done Canada, UK, and Europe, and also the first meeting was Australia. So, it's just fantastic because they've all given me feedback. They've filled in a little questionnaire, which is what I call their homework. And so I've got fantastic feedback. There's no question, that we need to really thank all of the people on the front line that have worked sort of tirelessly to make this business work during this really difficult time of pandemic. So yeah, really fantastic. Clearly, lots of long hours, but many people across the world are working pretty similar hours. So a great first week.
Now that you have officially started at Swissport, where do you see the main potential and challenges of our company?
So I think the challenge of Swissport is we need to be a global business, right? And then obviously make sure that we deliver a really customer-centric, consistent operation at the right cost structure that matches the capacity of our customers. We really have got a great opportunity. This business has been bolted together from many acquisitions, but we really need to be facing the world, living up to our great brand. I mean, Swissport is we have got the best aviation services brand in the world, and we just need to deliver that day in and day out. But this is obviously a challenge to get to that level. That's what I see as the biggest challenge.
And in your opinion, what are the most important levers for turning Swissport around?
Well, like with every business, the most important assets in your business are your people. The only way we're going to be able to take this business to the next level is if we get everyone engaged and excited and inspired about trying to get this business to this kind of global standard where customers look at us and go, we know what to expect. If I do a contract with someone in Nairobi or Toronto, we know what the Swissport standard is, and we'll know it's safe, it's consistent with great customer service, and we do a very competitive pricing. So that's kind of how I see it. But of course, the real challenge is getting everyone engaged right from the front line, and we've got lots of work to do that, especially given we've had such a difficult time during the pandemic.
And work has already started, of course. Now let's turn to the core program. In a nutshell for our listeners, what is the core change program all about?
So the core program is just the name for the transformation project, where there'll be some work leaders from across the business that will be in charge of this change. It's as simple as that.
Let's take a closer look. The 4 letters in the program name, CORE, each stand for a specific program focus. Can you say a bit more about the objectives?
Of course, coming up with a name was quite fun. And then, of course, you need to make the name come to life. So core, we then went through the different letters. So C was customer centricity. We need to engage with our customers more and really listen to what they want and engage with them in our flexible and innovative offer. A bit like McDonald's or Starbucks, you know what to expect when you enter their shops. O is for operational excellence. It's going to be the backbone to our success. Our customers really need to know when they sign up to the Swissport brand that they're going to get a safe, consistent and excellent operation. It really goes back to our Swiss roots. Swiss are really known for quality. And then when you come to kind of the R and the E, R is basically about revenue potential. It's about really making sure we not only deliver on customer satisfaction, but we look at our pricing models, what other services we can do, we can upsell. It's really about the revenue potential. And then E is efficiency and cost. Of course, we need to deliver a really fantastic operation, but we need to do it efficiently and at the right cost.
Very interesting insights into the core program. So which areas of the company will be affected?
So listen, this is a transformation program for the whole company, right? So everybody, this is going to touch everybody in a really positive way. And the question is, how do we get everyone engaged in that? How do we communicate? So we're going to get our sort of country leaders, our regional leaders, this is going to be part of the day job, right? We really all need to be customer focused. We all need to be talking to each other. We're one big team. How do we approach the Etihads, the Qatars, the EasyJets, the Qantases, the Deltas, the LATAMs? They go cross regionally. They're huge customers. And we need to make sure we're all linked up and we're all playing on the same team to get the best opportunity possible. And then on the operation side, again, to get the same consistent McDonald's type operation, or Starbucks, if you like. When you walk into a Starbucks, whether you're in Seattle or you're going to come into London or even go into Zurich, you pretty much know what you're going to get. That's what we want for Swissport.
And does that mean that in the future more will be done centrally?
So this business, from a philosophy perspective, needs to be managed at a local level. We need to, all business happens at a station level, at a country and a regional level. That's where we manage our business. So we're not going to build a huge Taj Mahal at the centre. The centre is going to be important, but really we're going to decentralise. But if you kind of think of it as a franchise where people are empowered to deliver in the country, but we want them to deliver to certain standards because, of course, we want to leverage our global scale.
And what about the employees on the front line, on the ramp, check-in, or in our cargo warehouses?
So again, it really does depend on station level. Some stations are going back very quickly. Some stations are really lagging. Some customers are really struggling, and we just need to make sure we've got the right people in each station, not only to deliver today, but we're looking sort of 12 to 24 months ahead. So we don't want to make rash decisions. But if we look at a station and we say, well, actually, what's going to happen is, it's going to open up quickly and we'll be back to kind of 2019 levels in a very short space of time, then of course there'll be no changes. If a station is that actually our customers have gone bankrupt and we haven't got any work, we're obviously going to have to take some difficult decisions at some point.
Is there already a rough timeline?
So I think the decisions are going to be in the next few months as we find out more about what the governments decide to do on terms of their travel restrictions. And again, what we've seen is, some domestic markets are open quickly and we won't need to do anything. In fact, we're hiring people back and we're taking people back from furlough. And some jurisdictions, it's pretty tough, and we're going to have to decide in the next few months, how we're going to right size our business for next year, and that will impact people. We're doing our very best. We want to, we've got a great business, we've got some great people. They've done an amazing job during this very difficult time, and we're going to do our best to make sure we keep as many people as possible as we go forward.
Thank you very much, Warwick, for your time and these interesting insights. And thank you to all our listeners. We hope you enjoyed the first episode of our new Swissport podcast.
Yeah, thanks very much, Maria.